Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries run-through of Digimon World 3, and in this episode we'll be taking down the Qing Long Chief, as we have successfully made it over to Qing Long City and Amaterasu server. Alright, to be perfectly honest, of the next several boss fights that we're doing, Qing Long Chief is actually one of the more difficult ones, specifically because this is one of the instances of the game where if you do not have high dark tolerance, it is very, very easy to end up taking critical damage from a dark elemental spell. Thing is, that is only really an issue for his last Digimon. Deltamon here is primarily a physical fire attacker, so, you know, he's not really one of the big ones to worry about.
Not one of the big ones. This guy is huge.
He is
He's
huge.
So big. His fucking character model can't even fit on the screen when we go up to attack him.
Yes, but also, Deltamon is only a champion-level Digimon, although Triceramon is an ultimate-level Digimon.
This guy really loves threes.
Yes, he does.
You know, Deltamon.
This particular version of Triceramon 2, is absurdly tanky on the HP side. Ouch. And also has a boatload of physical attack. But if you know how to exploit his relatively low magic defense, you can take him down relatively quickly. Or you can do what we're actually doing is, and you know, just going all in on physical attacks.
So, for those of us just tuning in to Rocket Rabbit Commentary's strategy of fighting Digimon using our Digivolved Kumamon, Leomon, well, first we attack, then we receive an attack. That the attack received can either be, most of the time is evaded because we have really high speed. Then we get to attack a second time. And then because we have really high speed, we soul charge. And then we stand to accept another attack, which is usually evaded. Like right there, we just evaded the attack. And then using our soul charge ability, we take out the enemy Digimon. I think that about wraps up our routine right now.
Yeah.
Damn, even at critical health, we couldn't take him down.
And now he's down.
Nice. We had 6 turns for his too. Look at
hey,
this
Chimeramon. Alright. I don't actually... this is the attack that we have to worry about. Chimeramon's Dark Elemental.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I get a touch nervous when attacks actually connect.
Damage.
Yep.
If
that
you
was
do not have
most
high
of our health
either wisdom or dark tolerance for this point in the game, this is going to be a recursive problem from you from here on out.
Okay, well, he hit us for 16, but we just healed for 19 and 27, so we got something going on here, but this is going to be quite the battle.
Especially if he actually manages to hit us with his melee attack, because Chimeramon has the ability to inflict sleep with his melee attack.
The sleeper hold.
Alright,
so
now
might call
we do
it a command grab.
soul charge into Cyclone Turbine combo. Assuming that we don't fall asleep. Yay.
Fireball slap.
Let me think. That attack is actually called Heat Viper. That's what it's called.
I was gonna call it hot potato. But our mega is not quite mega enough. We're gonna need to activate the turbine.
Now, is that enough for him?
Nope. He's on his last limbs. All 6 of them.
Ouch.
Uh-oh. Okay, that attack connected. No crit, no crit. Okay.
300 damage. Variable crit rates, motherfucker. Ugh.
Yeah. Now stay down.
Yeah. So from this point on, although we are actually going to be steroiding our physical attack to cap, it would actually behoove you specifically to either start investing TP into either Dark Tolerance or Wisdom.
Yeah, I beat the Qing Long Chief.
Woot! And for doing so, we get the Blue ID Pass.
Junior really is like an anime character warped into a video game because he talks out loud to himself in order to give expository narrative to the viewer, who's also the player.
He does.
I think it's for a game feel, for considering the target audience for this game, it's really like effective is the word. Yes, effective.
So this is an attempt to show us specifically what the effect of the A.o.A taking over the optical network is doing. Virtually every piece of electronic hardware that is connected or in some way dependent on the internet is going fucking haywire.
So it's like the fire sale scenario from Live Free or Die Hard.
I've never actually seen Live Free or Die Hard. Like, I've only seen most of Die Hard 1, so...
It's easily the most missable of the 4 Die Hard movies that are currently out and available. The premise of that, and this is based on a book, by the way, is that a computer hacker begins shutting down various subsystems of society in the U.S. He could affect traffic light timings. He could divert electricity from one circuit or power grid to another. Effectively taking over the country and destabilizing all systems in order to basically have his way with the economy, the government, or just individual persons whom he wanted to victimize.
Yeah. Alright, as Annotations Gerda mentions here, a majority of our traveling through Amaterasu server is going to be jump cuts, specifically because the maps between Amaterasu server and Asuka server are in fact identical. This is entirely on purpose, as the Amaterasu server is supposed to be, an entirely different server for other players in different regions to play on.
What great and spooky colors.
Yes, Amaterasu until post game, the Amaterasu server is absolutely cloaked and caked in this, dark purple and red, miasma floating all over the place, and this relatively depressing piece of music. It's the A.o.A theme, and it's very oppressive throughout the next half of the game. Bleh.
Well, some might have called the Team Rocket theme from Pokemon Gold and Silver a little jarring.
But I think you only actually listened to the Team Rocket theme while going through either the Team Rocket battles or Silphco, right? Or was it actually in Underground?
Well, Silphco was Generation 1. I'm talking about Team Rocket Hideout and Goldenrod Tower.
Goldenrod Tower, you're only there, though, for like 15 minutes, right?
No. More like 35 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Because you got to count the trips back to the Pokemon Center.
We skipped over us actually coming into Zhu Que City, but yeah. In order to
Zhu Que.
Yeah. I cannot correctly pronounce these Chinese names, and yes, these are Chinese names now, because these cities are all specifically based on the Chinese Cardinal Rose Zodiac.
Well, so the ZH sound, that's the anglicized version of the same consonant pronunciation that you would hear in Chinese. But so when you see ZH, it's supposed to be pronounced like a J. It's a soft J, if you will.
Okay. Alright. Cherrymon 2. This is one of the few enemies in the game that actually has what is technically passive healing. If it lands its normal attack on you, it can actually drain HP from you. But it has to land a physical attack on you, so because of the speed spiral of death, it is unlikely to do so. And I think it drains. I think it's 50%. I don't think it's a 100% drain.
This guy looks like an overcooked head of broccoli with a mustache.
Now, he's supposed to look like an autumnal oak tree, actually, but...
What, a cherry tree?
Yes, an autumnal cherry tree.
Timber.
Hey, Scorpiomon! We will be fighting your upgraded form off-screen much later.
And on the microphone, Scorpio, go!
Scorpiomon's only real threat is this actual Grand Wave attack, but I don't remember, I can never actually remember if Grand Wave is physical or magical. I assume it's actually magical because, you know, it is a spell, but one of the wave spells is actually a physical attack, and I think it's Titanic Wave that's the physical one.
Heart of the Lion. You missed.
And Cyclone Turbine him to death.
Start your engines. Poof. Pasang.
Thank you. And now for Zuchu's final Digimon, Sneemon. This is the fastest wild Digimon in the game. It will not
And
actually
we're still faster than it.
Yes, we are still faster than Sneemon. However, Sneemon is one of the few Digimon that we will only be able to abuse our speed spiral of death a little bit on instead of for the entirety of our playthrough.
I mean, you say that, but we're still getting extra turns.
We are getting extra turns, thankfully.
Which is really the most important part of the speed spiral of death, is that you get, instead of attacking only once, then you can attack 2 times, and you can even change up what you're doing with those actions. Like, do you want to heal and attack? You want to double attack? You want to charge up and then attack?
And so Sneemon has fallen.
Nice. Curl up and die.
Alright, we managed to hit 32 off screen. And with Zuchu leader down, we actually get another one of the ID passes. I think this is the red one, right?
I did it. I turned him into a star.
Yep, the red ID pass. But the real reason why we need to take down the Zuchu Chief, at least at the moment, although collecting the red ID pass is going to be important later, is that it moves the Oinkmon that was in the gym leader's the gym leader station out of the way. Now, I am not sure if there are any A.o.A troopers that are supposed to tell you about this, but as this is one of the more difficult areas to reach at this point in your travels, it does make sense for the player to eventually stumble their way over to this spot.
Okay, so that was the Oinkmon that was blocking the ladder.
Yep.
Gonna put him on the Zhu Que.
So this is how we got to the Suzaku Underground Lake, and now we have to travel back. Well, not back, but to this version of the Underground Lake in order to get the key item that we were sent here to retrieve a couple parts ago.
Are we gonna fight a Dolphmon?
No, Dolphmon is not actually in Amaterasu server. The primary encounter that you encounter for the primary Digimon that you encounter during the Submarimon sections for Amaterasu is actually Marine Devimon. He is actually a bit more difficult than we want to deal with right now, so we would like to avoid him if possible. He's also not worth as much experience or bits as the Blue Numamon from Jungle Grave is. However, the main encounter for the Zuchu Underground Lake is Shogun Gekkomon 2, who again has confused Nebula. Thankfully, he just decided to use a Trumpet Blast instead.
But he missed.
We're showing off this fight we're showing off this fight because, you know, it pads the episode out a little bit, and you know, I need to show off some of the wild encounters whilst we're going through.
Oh, I got a bellyache.
And now we can just finish him off with normal attacks.
Who's laughing now?
Now, thankfully, it's Grap Leo because, you know, he's got so much more. He's got so many more victories than his opponents. Oh, we also get the Chaos Wave. The Chaos Wave is a consumable item that can inflict confusion on your enemies, supposedly.
Yeah, the thing about items as attacks is that items usually don't fail.
Oh, and there's an Evil Fang up here as well.
Dracula's tooth.
And so we have successfully acquired the Digimetal of Knowledge.
Oh, I was going to say a chocolate.
No, it's not a chocolate. So, with the Digi-Egg of Knowledge, yes, as Junior mentions, we can now summon Digimon. And yeah, they soft teleport us back to Zhu Que City. We have finally unlocked our final method of fast travel, Mr. Cloud.
Woo.
In the next episode, we will showcase exactly what that means. Anyway, yeah, be safe, everybody.
Travel safe, travel wide. Be ready to win that fight.